Web3. Greetings, developers, hackathon participants, and metaverse architects. We have an amazing hackathon kickoff event here for you guys today as we ring in 1.2 Web3. I'm so excited that all of you are here. And before we get going, I want you to also welcome Shiv, our India community outreach specialist, to the stage. Hey, Shiv, how you doing today? Oh, I think you're muted.
Oh, sorry. So I was just saying, I'm really pumped up after that song, 1.2 Web3, like an amazing song for an amazing hackathon that we are going to start from today. So it has more than 200K in the prize pool. That's something really amazing. You know, like if you're starting out a project and if you're looking to build something, this is going to be the perfect stage to start out with. You can find out your teammates, you can start building, and it's going to be fun. Definitely like the song that we played at the start.
I agree 100%. And if you like that song, I have great news for you because we're going to be playing that before every single workshop throughout this event. And we're going to have workshops and meetups every single week starting this week. In fact, as soon as we finish with this opening ceremony, we're going to have a team formation event in GatherTown. Check the link below the video right now. You can get into GatherTown right now. That event area is open up all month long for everybody who is participating in this hackathon. It's your space to enjoy and to meet up with other people who are participating. Before we go any further, let's welcome Ali to the stage. Ali is one of our partners with Filecoin, who's going to help us ring in this event.
Hello.
Hi, Ali, how are you doing?
Oh, I love the sound effects. So the song's going to be stuck in my head all night. I can tell already. And probably for the next 2 months, however long it is. Welcome, everyone. Great to see so many people I recognize in the chat and that I don't. Looking forward to making some new builder friends as we go along. Super excited to be working with Moralis on this one. We love the Moralis crew. We love the Moralis community. And it makes a lot of sense to have a decentralized storage element to what Moralis is doing at the moment, as well as some of our awesome sponsors that we've got online. So I'm really looking forward to some of the innovation that comes out of this, because I know there's always great builders at Moralis and at Filecoin as well. So hey, Yusuf, hey, Syed, hey, everyone in the chat, Paul, Moralis Web3 is there as well. Great to see everyone. Looking forward to it.
I noticed you mentioned Yosef. Yosef's the head of our community engineers. It's great to mention him in the beginning because him, along with all the people that he works with on that community engineers team, are in Discord all hackathon long to help you out with what you're developing. So if you get stuck, get on over to the Moralis Discord and we'll get you help as soon as possible. The hackathon work-togethers that we're going to go over in a bit, those are also a great place to get assistance. Before we do anything more, let's start with a message from Chainlink, one of our sponsors for this event.
It's hackathon time, and we got some amazing technologies coming to you for this hackathon. We got Chainlink, we got Filecoin, we got Moralis. I know that y'all can make some amazing things. So let's get into it. Now, if you've watched my 32-hour free code camp masterpiece course, you know we've worked with all these technologies. Moralis for your front ends, Filecoin to store immutable data, and then of course Chainlink for getting our data and getting our pricing information and random numbers and automation and pretty much anything that you can think of. This is a hackathon where you can use Chainlink to combine your smart contracts with decentralized storage. Are you creative enough? We have 5 fantastic prizes for you, totaling up to $25,000 in prizes coming from the Chainlink portion of this hackathon. Make a transaction that uses Chainlink in your smart contracts, and you're eligible. A $5,000 prize for the best metaverse and gaming project that uses Chainlink. A $5,000 prize to the best developer tooling project that uses Chainlink. A $5,000 prize to the best project that clones a Web2 project and Web3ifies it. A $5,000 prize to doing good in the world. And then a $5,000 prize to whatever. To qualify for each of these, you have to use Moralis, Filecoin, and Chainlink. If you're looking for some places to start, definitely head over to docs.chain.link. There are fantastic resources there to get started. And if you want a cheat sheet, definitely go to the NFT marketplace section of my 32-hour free code camp course. We cover Moralis, Filecoin, and Chainlink in there if you're looking for some boilerplate projects. Additionally, be sure to check out the GitHub Smart Contract Kit /starter kits, as there's Hardhat, Foundry, Browning, Apex, Huff, so many different tools and frameworks to get you started and get you going. So good luck to everybody in this hackathon. We are incredibly excited to see all the fantastic projects that you're going to build in this, and happy building.
Oh man, what an amazing intro. Somebody's giving me a run for my money on their hosting skills. That was awesome.
I didn't think I could get more excited, but Patrick has definitely raised the bar there.
Exactly. I wonder we should share the starting song with Patrick as well to make him much more excited now.
We'll be sure to share it around quite a bit. Now, I'd like to keep us going. We've got one more hackathon sponsor message coming up right now. I'm going to get right into it here.
Hello, welcome to Web3 Hackathon 2022 edition. I'm Bernhard with Fluence Labs, and we're super excited to sponsor that hackathon and go through the hacking journey with you over the next few weeks. A little bit about Fluence. Fluence provides a decentralized peer-to-peer compute protocol, a bunch of tooling and network that enables you to represent your business logic in WebAssembly modules and then distribute those WebAssembly modules to one or more peers throughout the network, peer-to-peer network, and then compose those distributed services into decentralized protocols or applications with Fluence's peer-to-peer programming language called Aqua. And we'll have a workshop. We'll go through all of this. There's plenty of documentation, but fundamentally, you can think of it, if you need an analogy, as a decentralized function as a service solution. More to it, but that's the analogy. Bounties, we are supporting every track, and with a $3,000 and $2,000 USD or USDC price respectively. And in the metaverse and gaming track, we believe Fluence can really help you to create event-driven compute solutions for dynamic NFTs, which should be part of both in the metaverse and gaming solutions. In the developer track, looking more towards Web3 tooling to enable decentralized alternatives to what tend to be centralized solutions right now. So multi-chain listeners, event drivers, decentralized relays, all this stuff that tends to be centralized can be done fully decentralized in Fluence, and of course keep the D in the adapt. The cloning Web2 track, I already mentioned function as a service, so cloning Oz Lambda, for example, would be something that really fits well to this track, but whatever you imagine, wherever your imagination and skill set takes you, go for it. In terms of doing good, I think Fluence can help you the most, or help doing good the most through DAO interactions. And one solution to improve DAOs, for example, is to make Fluence scripts, Aqua scripts, part of the proposal already, and then upon acceptance of the proposal, execute it. So you really inject a much deeper codis law right into the entire proposal execution process. Finally, we have a track, best use of Fluence, Filecoin, and Moralis, USDC 1,005 times. So this is in addition to the other tracks. In terms of resources, we have a Fluence workshop on September 7th. Hope to see you all there. If you have any questions before or after, of course, reach out in Discord and Telegram. And yes, we are hiring, so check it out. Other than that, looking forward to having a great hackathon and seeing you do great things. Thanks so much. Cheers.
Thank you to Fluence for that wonderful opening video. I'm glad that he started to get into tracks there, because we're going to talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. Before we do, let's get into our schedule for this event. Now, if you do not already have access to the schedule, it should be up on our Hackathon website at this point. That is moralis.io/filecoin-hackathon. And sharing my screen right now just to give you guys a peek at that. So as you can see, we are jam-packed with events through this next month. There are events nearly every single day of the week, with taking Friday off. And I want to stress to everybody that you do not have to limit your time in GatherTown to only these events. You're welcome to spend as much time in GatherTown as you want. You can schedule meetings with your team there. You can schedule cross conversations with other teams that are participating. Whatever helps you in your development process, feel free to use that space for that. If there are questions on this, we'll be fielding those questions in GatherTown later on. On that note, let's start to talk about Hackathon Tracks. Now, I want to give Ali a chance to talk here a little bit about this, and I'm going to get us started by pulling up the list of tracks on our webpage and then hand the floor over to her. Just 1 second while I get that pulled up here. And
1, 2, Web3. No, okay, go ahead.
It's gonna be even more stuck in your head after the next couple of weeks.
I don't know who made that for you guys. It's great. Yes, Hackathon Tracks. So here's how this is some of the projects that we're looking for, some of the overriding umbrella projects that we're looking to help foster. And I know Patrick mentioned these a bit in his video, as well as the Fluence mentioned these as well. So some of the tracks are metaverse in gaming. So anything to do with gaming, anything to do with metaverse projects. I know that I'll be doing a NFT.storage tutorial that with a friend of mine, Eric Vanderwall from Nervos, who's going to come in and show you a plugin he's made for Unity on that. So that might be of interest to you guys in the metaverse and gaming realm. We've got cloning Web 2. We all know that we need more decentralization, and we need to kind of gain traction in that round of things. So we'd love to see projects around cloning Web 2, whether it's like a medium clone or, you know, something completely out of the box, something that needs decentralization. I've seen a Patreon version recently for maybe obvious reasons. Anything to do with cloning Web 2, we'd love to see projects around that. And there's so many ways to go about that as well. So I won't talk too much about that. Developer tooling. We all need developer tooling here. This is a fairly young industry, and a lot of what we're doing is hacking things together. So anything that makes it easier for people to build projects with developer tooling, we're all about that. We'd love to see it. And the last one is doing good. Now, this is kind of a really generic category. Doing good could mean, you know, building collaboration tools in DAOs or governance tools, or building some sort of doing good social media. It could be to do with solving sustainability. We have a project called Filecoin Green, for example. It could be to do with refi. So anything around doing good probably fits in this category. And again, as someone mentioned earlier, we'll see you, Phil. We'll also be in the Discord hanging around as well. And I'm also going to be doing a tutorial around cloning Web 2 with Yosef, actually, later this month as well, on building a medium clone. So look out for that as well if you're interested in how we go about that as well. So yeah, thanks, Phil. I think did you have anything to add to those tracks? Or
well, actually, the next thing I want to keep us moving here, because we've got so much to share during this opening ceremony. The next step is getting into GatherTown. So if you're not already in there, if you haven't created your character and picked your outfit and hairstyle and gotten all set up in there, of course, if you're looking for Yosef, he's a gingerbread man running around there. So easy to spot if you need to find him. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here again because I want to show you guys firsthand how you get involved with this if you're not already experienced with it. Let's add Shiv back onto the screen here too, and he can chat about it with us. All right. And I'm in GatherTown right now. So this right here is our little auditorium area. We use this every single time we have a live stream, including right now. If you enter this area and you press X, then you're actually able to start playing the live stream right from GatherTown. So feel free to congregate in this auditorium right before our live stream. You might be able to find some conversation there with other developers. I'm going to leave this space real temporarily though, and just show us around the rest of the venue. So this right here is our outdoor meeting area. And then we've also got our inside sort of like dinner and round table meeting area. The purpose of all of these spaces is to give you a spot to meet with your team, other teams, other participants, to discuss ideas and build some community around the event.
Exactly. And this solves the big problem, this really makes you feel like you are in an offline, in-person hackathon. You can just go to anyone and just start talking about what they are building, what you are building. You can share about your product. You could get some product ideas from them. It's really nice. It just bridges that gap of human connectivity, you can just go and talk to anyone. And I love that part,
Absolutely. I want to make a quick announcement for anybody in GatherTown here real quick. If you're in GatherTown, go ahead and join us in the auditorium. We're doing a live stream right now, and we'd love to have you as part of it. All right. Perfect. Up above, we have our sponsors area. So this is labeled spaces for all of our sponsors in the hackathon. They are welcome to use them for anything that you'd like to present on, discuss on, or even just use them as a central meeting space if you're meeting up to provide support or instruction. So this space is also available to use. These 3 spaces will be open the entire month, the entire event. They're yours to use. So please do take advantage of them. I'm going to move back on over to our auditorium, and then we'll keep the presentation going. Looking forward to seeing all of you in GatherTown after the opening ceremony today.
Exactly.
And I guess I spoke too soon because I see that Joseph is now a snowman in GatherTown rather than a gingerbread man. So if you're looking for him, look for the snowman.
Anything Christmas themed, it seems. There'll be a Christmas tree by the end of the year.
That's nice. Do we have an echo?
I think we have a little bit of an echo. Go ahead and check.
I just want to see everyone doing the Z dance.
That's true. If you press the Z key on your keyboard, it will allow you to dance in GatherTown, which is very fun.
Exercise breaks, every hour. If you're getting stuck on the code, just a bit of a Z dance. You should be right.
Even if you have a product feature finalized that you're going to build in your project, just start the dance.
I think we might have been getting some echo from GatherTown, so I went ahead and closed that out for now, but we will be back in there after the stream. Next up, we have, so I keep talking about GatherTown after the stream. Let me go back to that a little bit. So many of you may be joining this hackathon all by yourself, and you don't have a team, but you'd like to work with one. Well, we want to help you find a team. And today and tomorrow, we're hosting team formation sessions in GatherTown. They are partially guided. What that means is if you're looking for help finding a team, look for Shiv, look for Siegfried, Spencer, or Joseph, or anybody on the community engineers, anybody who's from Moralis, and we will do our best to help you find a team. It can be tough because I know everybody has different objectives and ideas, but trust me, if you're flexible, we can definitely find compatibility. And sometimes the teams that get formed during these events end up being very successful within these hackathons. Although you can also submit a project on your own if you're more comfortable going that route. So feel free to pursue either option, whichever one's best for you. We spent a little time talking about the tracks, which helps to kind of explain our general theme of gaming, cloning Web3, tooling and doing good. If you do have questions on those, feel free to bring up those questions too in Discord and in GatherTown. Before we run out of time, I want to make sure we get in all of our other sponsor videos during this ceremony. So let's move on to another one here. And this next one here is from Valast.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alec from Valast.io, and we're super excited to be partnering with Moralis and Filecoin to bring you 1.2 Web3. I'm going to jump into what Valast is and how you can win some awesome prizes at this hackathon. So Valast is a Web3 native app store and software publishing protocol. So you can think of it as the App Store or Steam for Web3. And right now, Web3 has a big problem. We're putting tons of energy into decentralization just to re-centralize at the distribution level by publishing Web3 software over Web2 platforms like GitHub, app stores, you name it. And this really affects all of Web3, namely the best protocols. And we're still relying on these centralized platforms to get those protocols to the end user's hands, from the infrastructure side all the way to the wallet side to the end user. And the issues with this include risk of compromise, censorship, availability. We've seen examples of that happen even just in the past few weeks. And if you're using their centralized payment infrastructure, they're taking 30+% of your hard-earned money, which is insane. I don't know how we actually let that happen. Whereas Valast is a set of tools that coordinate Web3 protocols together to make publishing software super, super easy. So things like publishing, fetching, secure auto updates that you would expect from Web2, really easy to do, as well as awesome new things like DAO coordination of new releases and monetizing with software license NFTs instead of traditional DRM systems. So you can use the web front end, CLI, GitHub Action, depending on your style, drag and drop, Valast publish, GitHub Action right into your exact existing pipeline, and SDKs if you want to get in the nitty gritty and create auto update systems, things like that. You can find it at Valast.io. That'll pretty much take you everywhere. We're super stoked in the Discord to help you out as well. And I'm going to show a little bit of alpha here. So this is our new desktop client, Valast Sapphire. And if you update your project and include as many screenshots and details as possible, that'll qualify you for the discovery page. And this new app will actually allow you to launch and run your game or app natively as if it was a regular application. So there you have it, App Store and Steam for Web3. All you need to do to qualify is to publish, and the deeper integrations qualify for higher prizes. But we're super excited to help you out and looking forward to the hackathon. Hope everyone has fun and talk soon. Cheers.
Amazing. Thank you, Alec. That's exciting to have you guys here as sponsors along with the others. Moving on, we have Polygon up next. Welcoming all of you to the event. Here they are.
GM 1.2 Web3 Hackathon. My name's Rahat. I'm the lead developer relations engineer over at Polygon, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about us, or how we refer to ourselves as the Ethereum's Internet of Blockchains. Let's start off a little bit about what Polygon is and what we do. We're a solution to Ethereum scaling. See, back in 2017, when Matic Network, which is now Polygon, was founded, the primary thought process was that we would be scaling through Plasma. So the solution that you may be familiar with from Polygon is our proof-of-stake blockchain. But there's a few problems, right? There's no one-size-fits-all scaling solution. Different projects have different needs. There's always an ever-changing L2 landscape, like new innovations, new dApps have new problems, need more power, and there's no formalized framework really that offers multiple solutions. And there's always a whole bunch of Ethereum killers that are always being developed because of the scalability and cost concerns of developing directly on top of Ethereum. So when it comes to Polygon solution, we're trying to be a Swiss Army knife for scaling Ethereum and infra development. So there's a bunch of different solutions that you can use that specifically fits for your use case. ZK rollups, optimistic rollups, standalone sidechains, as well as the proof-of-stake sidechain as well. You would take a look at the specific option and solution that fits your needs. We don't want you to fit your solution into what our tool is. We want you to use whichever one of our tools makes the most sense for you. So let's talk a little bit about building on Polygon. Why devs love Polygon, or why I love Polygon for that matter. There's a lot of backward compatibility. You don't need to learn any new skills if you've already been building in the Ethereum ecosystem. You can use the tools that you're already familiar with. You can use the languages like Solidity, JavaScript, Python. You can use frameworks like Truffle, Hardhat, or any of the tools that you're already familiar with in the ecosystem. And the cool thing is, if you already have a dApp that is built on Ethereum or any EVM compatible chain, you can use Polygon as a faster transaction layer. You can deposit assets from the root chain over to Polygon. You can transfer assets between accounts on Polygon and then withdraw them back over to the root chain, which might be Ethereum. Now let's talk about the prizes that are available in this hackathon right now. Over 30K worth of prizes. So here are the different tracks that you can win prizes in. We've got the Metaverse and Gaming track. You can build an epic game or metaverse experience using Web3 tech. 3 prizes totaling $7,500. Cloning Web2. Identify a real kick-ass Web2 app or service and put it on Web3. See what happens when you decentralize some of the popular Web2 solutions that are out there today. 3 prizes also available in that category. Developer tooling. This is super important because this makes all of our lives a lot easier and us able to build more solutions for everybody. Let's make it easy for the next generation of developers to engage with Web3 tech. Doing good. Solve a sustainability, community, or governance challenge in DAOs, refi, or any other areas. Then finally, there is a pool prize to the top 10 notable projects that may not have won in any of the other categories. Thank you very much for building with us, being a part of this hackathon. I always love interacting with the builders, you folks that are out there, and I can't wait to see what you build during this hackathon. See you soon.
Thank you for that, Polygon. Always great to hear from one of our supported chains, and happy to have you as sponsors for this hackathon for sure. Shiv, you mentioned that to me that you had some details to share about the guided team formation and team building and how that works. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so we'll be starting our team building session soon after the stream, and the link for the Gather Town is in our description. You guys could just take it from there. I just wanted to share some feedbacks around like how you could find the best teammates and the people you want to work with. So the first and foremost rule is like be respectful, like whoever you're talking to, whoever you're meeting to, regardless of like their experience or their tech background, like talk to them in a respectful manner, share your ideas, what you're going to build upon. And yeah, like that way you could explore some synergies and find some teammates. But in case, let's say you don't find anyone, but you know the requirements that you need. Let's say you need a backend engineer to work with any specific tech. So what you could do is like in Gather we have a feature called status that you can put under your name, so that will be visible to everyone. I'll share the same thing again when we go in Gather. You could put in that. You can use that, or you could share that in chat as well. So that will help you to find people much easier.
Thank you for that, Shiv. That's absolutely correct. At this point, I want to thank all of you for joining us for our opening ceremony. I hope you enjoyed our launch videos along with explanation of the workshops and calendars. If there are any questions, we're available to help you. Also, I want to take this time to thank Filecoin, Polygon, Chainlink, Fluence, Tableland, Valast, and XMTP, all for their contributions to this hackathon and making this possible for all of you. Really looking forward to some great projects and to talking about all of that with you. Let's take a 20-minute intermission here before we get started on team building. So if you need to grab a beverage or something to write some notes on as you're talking with people, now is the time. I'll look forward to seeing all of you in Gather Town here in about 20 minutes. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon.
See you guys.